Hello. In this problem, it is given that a solid conducting sphere having charge q is surrounded by a concentric conducting shell. They say that the current potential difference between these two spheres is V, and they now charge the outer shell with new charge minus 3q, and they're asking what will be the new potential difference. Okay, so in order to answer this question, so let us do something different. So let's forget about the charge that is given to the solid sphere and that whatever potential we have. Let's look at a slightly different setup where you still have the conducting solid sphere surrounded by a metal shell, spherical shell. Okay, so here let's assume that the radius of the solid sphere is, let's say, r1, and the radius of the spherical shell is r2. Let the charge on the solid sphere is q1, the charge on the spherical shell is q2. So because they are metals, the charge will be distributed uniformly. So here we are not interested in further distribution of the charges. We are only looking at the potential. Okay, so now let us take 2 points, one just on the solid sphere and one just outside the spherical shell, the outer shell B. Now at these 2 points, both the charges will provide potential. Okay, so if I'm trying to calculate the potential at A and at B, I have to look at the contribution of both of them. Okay, so let's take a look at A and B. So let's take a small table here. Okay, so charge Q1 provides potential at A as well as B, and then charge Q2 also provides potential. Now what is the potential due to Q1 at A? So it is a point just outside, so we simply have 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 by R1. Now if I take a look at point B, it is anyway outside the charge distribution of the inner sphere. So we just have to worry about the distance. So the potential due to Q1 at B is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 by R2. Okay, now what is the potential due to Q2 at point B? It will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. It is a point outside, so it will be Q2 by R2. Now, if you are looking at any point inside the outer shell, the potential due to Q2 will continue to be same, okay, because you don't have to do any work inside. So whatever potential Q2 generates at point B, it will generate the same potential at any point inside. Okay, so at point A, the potential due to Q2 will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q2 by R2. So just be very careful about R2 there. Now, looking at this table, so what can we say? The potential at A, because it is potential energy per unit positive charge, it's a scalar quantity. So we can just add them. So the potential at A is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 by R1 plus Q2 by R2. Okay, so similarly, what is the potential at point B? So we can add these two potentials. So 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 by R2 plus Q2 by R2. So now, okay, so now if you try to get the potential difference, okay, so what is the potential difference between the, let's say, shells? Okay, what is the potential difference between these 2 points? If you do that, you will notice something very, very interesting. Okay, so look at this Q2 by R2, which is there in both the expressions. So you will end up having 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Okay, so Q1 into 1 by R1 minus 1 by R2. Okay, so and this is greater than 0. So that means the potential difference between these two concentric metallic spheres depends only on whatever charge that is present on the inner shell. Okay, so you can place any amount of charge on the outer shell, that is not going to change the potential difference between them. Okay, so that means now come back to the question. Uh, Initially, the potential difference is V. Now the outer shell is given additional charge. So you can do anything to the outer shell. Okay, so the potential difference is not going to change. So it is going to be still V. Okay, and another consequence of this is, so suppose you take a metal wire and then connect the inner sphere to the outer outer shell, because the inner shell is always at a higher potential than the outer shell. Okay, and this is going to be true as long as there is some charge on the inner shell. So that means whatever charge the inner sphere carries, it will immediately gets transferred to the outer metallic sphere.